What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look and a listen to Representative Norcross. He's going to be talking about Social Security reform and a Social Security increase. We've been doing a series of videos on this. I've been showing you guys the different representatives that are in favor of an increase for Social Security, and they're in favor of reforming Social Security. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification, clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. And just a quick reminder, on Thursday, we'll be doing a live stream at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be talking about the headline news of the week. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen to this representative talk about Social Security reform. Here we go.
Thank you, John Larson,
Followed by Ms.
for
Titus.
being the voice of Social Security and the voice of the future. I rise today for almost 150,000 recipients in my district in southern New Jersey, the 1st District. To those American families who've worked hard, played by the rules, paid their taxes, as we all do. But for so many Americans, Social Security is all they have at the end of their career. Since 1935, Social Security has provided stability, security, and protection for America's seniors. That protection and stability is needed as we stare down that looming retirement security crisis. 2035, literally 100 years since Social Security started. 1 in 3 Americans have less than $5,000 saved. Fewer workers have access to a pension. Stagnant wages. It's harder for people to save. Rarely, I say, there's a good side or a bad side, because it's usually in the middle. Well, there is no gray here. Social Security is clear. We need to protect it and expand a system that saves seniors, or soon-to-be seniors. They expect a future. They earned a future where they can retire with dignity, and we need to work hard for them. While the GOP is once again threatening to cut Social Security for people who don't have anywhere else to go, the fear that our seniors are going through when you hear that fiscal commission, nothing short of cruelty. And that's why I'm proud to be a sponsor of John's Social Security 2100 Act. I will always fight for those seniors.
More than 40% of all Americans on Social Security, the only benefit that they receive is Social Security. And that's why the gentleman's point is so well taken. And with that, we're going to yield to the gentlelady from Nevada.
Okay, that was interesting. You actually cut them off. I think they were running short on time, so they were trying to get everyone in. But very interesting, some of the stuff that he was talking about. When it comes to Social Security, and you heard Representative Larson, he's the one who interrupted at the very end, talking about the fact that you have a lot of people that are receiving Social Security only. They're living on Social Security. They don't have another retirement set up. And I know you're saying, well, they should have planned better and all this stuff, but the reality is most of us, when we get to that age where we're ready to retire, we might have savings set up. We might have a retirement plan. That's not always a guarantee. A retirement plan is not always a guarantee. You might have a 401k that's doing well now, but in the future, it might not be doing as well, or you might not have, just due to the cost of living and everything, you might not have the money that you thought you would have. So you have two choices. You can work until you die, or you can retire and then hopefully be able to collect enough in Social Security to offset what you don't have in retirement. There are a lot of experts that will say, look, you need about $1.5 million in order to retire comfortably, and that's with about $50,000 per year. And so you're going to need to be a millionaire in order to retire comfortably. So if you're not at that point, let's say you're in your 50s and you're looking at your 401k and you're saying, okay, it's about 300,000 or 400,000, but it's not up to that million, that 1.5 million, you might be in that situation where you're going to rely on Social Security for maybe 40 to 50% of the income that you bring in when you retire. So it's very important that we focus on Social Security. And it's very important that we pay attention to these politicians that are talking about protecting and expanding Social Security. This is important because you'll have some politicians talk about, we need to protect Social Security. We don't want to cut Social Security. But when it comes to expansion, they're not talking about expanding Social Security. They're just talking about protecting it. But an expansion to Social Security would provide an increase for people receiving Social Security right now. And then when you retire, then you'll also get that increase. And so this is something that I'm going to continue to talk about. I'm pretty passionate about it because I retired. I have a pension, so I retired on a pension. But when I reach the age to start collecting Social Security, I would hope to be able to collect a little bit in Social Security. And so that's why I'm passionate about this, because in 10 years, I'll be at the age where I can do early retirement. And in 10 years, they're also talking about if we don't do anything about Social Security, we'll see a cut of about 23%. So it's very important that we focus on this now, get these politicians to realize the importance of Social Security reform, and have this move forward in the next couple of years. I would love to see it move forward in 2024, but just looking at the dynamic that we have in Congress, I just don't see that happening. But I've been surprised before, so maybe we will see something in 2024. Okay, and before I go, I want to ask you guys one question, so let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious to know this question. I'm going to start putting out more polls on my community page, but I want to ask this question of you guys so you guys can let me know in the comments. Do you think in our current situation where Congress, we're looking at Congress right now, and we're looking at a potential for Social Security reform, do you think we would be better off if we had Republicans running Congress? So if you had Republicans running the Senate and the House, or do you think we'd be better off if Democrats were running both the House and the Senate when it comes to Social Security reform? I'm specifically talking about Social Security reform. I want to know what you guys think about that down below. And then I should also say, do you think we would be better off if we had split government, kind of like what we have now, where Republicans are running the House and Democrats are running the Senate? So let me know. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Overall, I think when it comes down to the dynamics, usually most people like kind of a split government. We like to have the president. If the president's a Democrat, we like to have Republicans running the House or Republicans running both the House and the Senate. We like that split government. But the only problem with split government is it's very hard to get things done. And we used to live in a world where we would have negotiations going on when it comes to Democrats and Republicans, and they'd move forward with legislation. They would communicate with each other. But we are so polarized right now. We don't have that anymore. It's very rare. And when that does happen, a lot of times you'll see outside elements coming in and influencing what's going on in Congress. And we just saw that with this border bill, where you had a bipartisan group of senators sit down, hash out a deal, and then as soon as they had that deal ready and they released that deal, then you saw how Congress reacted to that. And some people in Congress didn't even want to move forward with it at all. It was dead on arrival to them. And so we're so polarized that I don't even know if split government is something that is beneficial for us anymore, because we can't decide on anything. And so I want to know what you guys think about that. So because just look at the reality here. 10 years is not a long time, especially when you're looking at Congress. 10 years is not a long time. And when we're looking at the next president will end their term in 2028. And then you only have really one more presidency before we're really looking at this Social Security issue. So it's very close, and we need to choose wisely when it comes to the president as well as Congress. And so I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below, how do you think we could move forward when it comes to Social Security reform and a Social Security increase? Okay, I'm not just talking about reform, but I'm talking about an expansion to Social Security as well. So let me know in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.
This Congress can't pass gas, and he needs to run against a do-nothing Congress. And I think that can give them some traction that he did not have before. But, maybe they could get Rudy Giuliani to be speaker. We know he can pass gas for sure. But this is almost comical.